Fletcher. At number 10, Katrina Latu. Number 11, Amelia Maletti. Number 12, Jamie Ann White. And number 13 is Jade Everton. Coming off the bench for the Cougars. Number 14, Ashley Swan Hales. Number 15, Daniel Pessa. Number 16 is Hannah Byron. Number 17, Caitlin Phillips. And number 18 is Angela Holter. 19, Melissa Sapiro. And number 20 is Jemima Henry. The Cougars are coached by Sean Maloney. For the Helensburgh, Cougars. Number 1, Emma Walters. Number 2 is Jason Rock. Number 3, Madison Hiller. Number 4, Chloe Murray. Number 5, Emma Zale. Number 6, Sky Lee. Number 7, halfback is Janae Collins. Number 8,
Thế cho sao cũng on that way? So she's receiving. Right. That way? What? That way? Yeah, that way. Right, Cody. Cheers, boys. Good luck. Good luck, Greg. For see you. Have you got me, Greg? Yep. Ryan? Yep, all good, mate. Perfect. All good. Time you run! Stand now! 7. Hold. Hold. Go. 1. Got a 9 standing square. Working. Hold. Hold. Go. 4 and 5. Yep. 13 up now. Holding 10. Hold. Go. 3. Up and square now. Work. Hold. Go. 4. Strong. Last tackle. Stand now. Holding 9. Hold. Go. Tastes good this side. Tastes good. Good. Knock on. Play on. Right. Got double girls. First time. Nah. Do a scrum in here. Do a play down and go. The scrum is going to be here. Helensburgh feed. Good. Righto, second rower's wrapping in. Hold there. Lock by, heads in, ball in.
Time on. Time
Out.
on.
Time on. Cheers, mate. 8 stand. Cuties. Hold. Holding 9. Hold. Go. 1. 4. Not square. 4. Good now. 4. Good. 9 stand. All the way. Hold. Go. 2.
I'm giving you the chance to win a dragon.
Up in square 11. Working. Hold. Go. 3.
All you need to do is spend over $100 in store and you will eligible.
Reese now. Hold. Hold. Go.
Yeah.
4.
4 and 6.
You know and trust.
Well in front.
What you are.
Yep.
Quarter.
Right, 10. Last tackle. All the way.
Whatever you
Go. 10. Good.
you've got to cover.
Kick it clear.
4 no. 4 no.
4. You're off. 4. Good. Playing on. Standing 7. Hold. Hold. Go. 7, not square. 1. 20. Release now. Cuties. Holding 8.
11 on
Go.
your right.
2.
14 on your right.
14. Work to 10.
Work with 11 as well.
Up and square now. Hold. Go. 3. Hold now. Release. Go. 4. Last tackle. Up and square. Hold.
In front 7.
Hold. Go. Kick it
Tastes
clear.
good, mate. Tastes good.
Good. Good. Standing now. Work 9. Hold. Go. 1.
4 again.
Right. Thank you. 8 stand. Hold. Hold. Go. 2. Strong. Play on. 0. Right.
Lay down.
Right. 0 tackle there. Let's get the ball on the ground, girls. Sorry, it needs to be 0 tackle. Stick with the ball. Right, 10 metres is here, girls.
Just bring it up.
You guys come here.
Right.
Take a marker, bring it up. That's it.
Right. 0 tackle. Go, 0. 12 stand. All the way. Hold. Go, 1. Up and square 13. On the line 8. Hold. Go, 2. Play on. Happy with that, guys?
Happy, mate.
You're good, Tommy. Thanks, mate.
So just work with Corrimal, Cody. They're giving you a really ragged line.
Yep.
At 10, that 4 and the ones we're calling. You're getting quite a few in front.
10 and
it's
4.
looking really ragged from the side.
Yeah, is that from the right side?
Mainly on my side.
Yep.
Couple going Ryan's, but really that 4 and 6, that 4 every time.
Yep.
Well in front.
No worries. Thanks, Greg. Yep, yep.
Cougars now.
Stay behind the kicker. Good. 17. Holding here. Hold. 11. Hold. Go. 1. Right, 8 up and square. Working. Hold. Go. 2. Right, 13 release all the way. Hold. Go. 3. Play on. Oh! Release. Hold. Go. 4. Last tackle all the way. Holding here. 8 work.
Right.
Hold. Go. Play on.
Tracy's good.
Play on. Play on. It's kick through. I'm happy with that.
Good, mate.
Thanks. Oh, thanks, Greg. Thanks, mate. So with them offside calls, keep them coming, guys. If they're involved, just give that call as well. It's the involved call.
Yep.
That way it's immediate trigger. Thank you. Cool, thank you.
Well, good afternoon. It's a very belated good afternoon.
If they're involved. Yep.
Mitch Jennings eventually bringing you all the action for Bar TV Sports. From the big one today, it is the Corrimal Cougars and the Helensburgh Tiger Lilies. Well, I was doing laps around the car park. Cougars have it shot out to a quick 10-0 lead. 16 minutes still to play in this one. Of course, one of the most intense rivalries that we do see
Time you run here, girls.
anywhere in the Illawarra League between these two powerhouse clubs in the women's game. So see the Tigers getting things, or Tiger Lilies rather, getting things back underway. Josie Strong over there on that side. And the ball's come out clean, so the Tigers quickly back on the attack and looking to make quick work of this deficit.
Hold. Hold. Go, 0.
Sarin with the ball. She takes it up towards the 20.
Now. Hold. Go, 1.
Bradford at dummy half. This is Borton. And that one might have just crept up a little bit. It has. So some back-to-back sets for the Tiger Lilies.
Yep. Holding. Wait. When you're ready. Go.
Bradford getting us back underway. This is
13
Smith.
up and square.
She's only 5 metres out.
Hold. Stand up.
Cougars just lingering in that tackle there. They come blindside.
Right,
Neat work off the left foot there from Maddie Percival, but she'll be made to play it. Short side again. And good first up contact there on that side from the Cougars on their own line.
Hold. Hold. Go. 13 early.
Not a lot of expanse in this attacking raid just yet from the Tiger Lilies. That's Smith
now
again.
9. Hold.
She'll play at 8
Hold,
metres
9.
out.
Go. 4.
Sarin at first receiver.
On.
Cut out ball. Collins.
Hold.
Wrapped up well there.
Tackle. Release. Go.
On the edge, and we got no dummy half there, but they go blindside again.
On.
Neat little kick into the in goal, but well cleaned up there by the Cougars, so they survived that one.
Up now. 7. Hold. Go. 1.
First real back-to-back opportunity the Tiger Lilies have
11
had.
up, all the way. Holding 8, hold.
Down at the Cougars end.
11, not square, 11.
Fletcher now onto Horn.
So 8 release
Horn
now.
certainly one to watch.
Hold. Go, 3.
At the back is Fletcher. Again onto Etherton off her right foot. Good contact
Ten,
there.
10,
Percival it was.
Hold. Go, 4.
Fletcher onto Keely Davis. Davis gets away from one, gets away from 2. Sarin coming in to make
Last
that tackle.
working now.
So good meters there from
Hold.
the youngster.
Go.
Fletcher at dummy half.
Michaela
Michaela Malarkey put that kick down. It'll be Walters to field this one. She's back to the 30. A good chase on that kick from the Cougars. So twisting the knife here with this 10-0 buffer.
9 up and square.
Contact first up there from Fletcher.
Go.
Jade Ethan also involved. This is Blackwell.
12 release.
Good carry from Blackwell, finds a front.
Go, 3.
Bradford at dummy half. Smith on this side.
10, stand. Hold.
She'll take it up
Hold. Go.
towards halfway. Percival. Collins
Play
slips,
on.
loses a footing a bit there, and some good contact
Last
defensively
tackle up
there.
in square markers. Up to your right.
Josie Strong on this side, and that was a strong tackle. Percival, the kick. It's ended up being a bit of a banana one out that side. Paige Wallace really that one in, but the penalty will be a bit of late contact on Percival, the kicker, and she's still down in back play. So certainly felt that one.
No, quick. Waiting. Forward. Kicking touch.
So the Tiger Lilies
Right, stay behind,
on
girl.
the attack again.
Right, white line, girls.
Good
Make
touch
it.
finder, 2 from Walters.
Right, when you're ready.
So Gemma
Go.
Bradford with the restart. Collins onto Sarin. Ball in 2 hands, takes it to the line. Plenty
13
involved
up
in that
square.
tackle.
Holding here. Work 9. Good. That's
Cougars
1.
getting some
4,
numbers
5,
in
and
defence,
6.
and here's
Yep,
Blackwell.
I'll wear it. Yep.
Expect to see plenty of that from Blackwell.
10 stand. Working. Hold. Go.
Tireless
2.
is the Tiger Lilies lockers. Collins along to Borton.
6 stand.
Tackle low
On the
underneath
line,
there
9.
from Strong.
Hold.
Keely Davis
Hold.
also finishing
Go.
that one off. Collins
Good.
finds Blackwell off her right foot.
Hold. Release. Go. 4.
Bradford from dummy half off a left foot.
Last tackle up
Almost
and
caught the
square.
Cougars
Don't wait
napping
on
there,
her.
but they scramble.
Go.
Sarin at first receive on her right foot. She's going to barge away into the in-goal, Sarin. Good defence there. I think it was Latu making the initial contact and held up over the
Last
line is the
tackle.
call. And it was the last tackle, so we'll see a changeover, but certainly pressing hard to break their duck, the Tiger Lilies there, but the Cougars
Keep them
defence
up.
equal to it thus far.
Go. No tackle.
Fletcher at dummy half onto Davis.
9 release. Hold.
Cougars on their own 20.
Go,
Horn in a
1.
dummy half, getting off the back of that carry. Lethal from any part of the field, Horn. She's broken a couple of tackles
1
there. Well
stand. All
tackled
the way.
by her opposite.
Hold.
Walters
Go.
there.
2. 6, 2 deep.
Fletcher out
6.
from dummy half. Malarkey.
Good now.
Dummy. She's up
and
towards
square
the Tiger
markers.
Lilies
Hold.
40.
Go. 3.
Fletcher now, Etherton. The long pass out to Davis.
Play on.
So space on this edge.
Right. Play double, girls.
That one goes to ground.
Comes out here.
Swan Hale's putting that one down.
Couple of metres, Cody.
Couple metres.
Yeah.
It's up here, sorry, girl.
The Cougars certainly showing they can attack
Sorry.
anywhere on the park. Rakia Horn getting off the back of that good carry. As we said, she's certainly one to watch in that Dragons NRL
Second row is
system.
wrapped,
So
locked
you'll see
in.
her in action
Holding 6.
when that competition kicks off next weekend.
Holding.
Of course, has worn the
Lock in.
Gillaroos
2 in,
jersey
Ball in.
in the Commonwealth
Ball
Championship
in.
Nines in
Out.
February.
By 4
A
stand.
bit of a move at the back of the
Hold.
scrum there from the Tiger Lilies.
Hold. Go. 1.
Bradford on to Sara, and she's got support on the outside with Collins.
13, release now. Hold. Go, 2. Play on.
Heiner now.
13
back
up and
towards
square.
Her own 30 there.
Go, 3.
So tough going out of their own end in this set from the Tiger Lilies.
Up
Again,
now,
Fletcher,
all the way.
quick up off the line there. Really leading the line speed is the skipper, and a knock on in the play the ball. Anthony McGarrigle just putting that one down.
Yep.
And again, as touched on there, Tammy Fletcher, the skipper, really leading the Cougars in the middle with that line speed. Not giving these Tiger Lilies forwards any room to move.
Just up with your lock here. Yep, 2 hands. Ball in. Out.
Davis feeds the scrum. Out to Etherton Malarkey. Some early ball there for Horde. She's got off her left foot. Might have copped one across the face there, but she keeps going. Blackwell coming across in cover. Had to make that one.
Release.
Good work from the Helensburgh lock
7,
forward
not
there.
square,
As Fletcher
7.
goes blindside. Malarkey.
Good now.
The Cougars
8,
dangerous.
10, all the way. Hold. Go, 2.
Malarkey at first receiver again, looking for a hard flat runner.
13 up and square.
Taylor Phillips there steaming onto that one.
Go, 3.
So pressing hard for their third 4-pointer as Davis. She's got some space. She'll be hard to contain from there, but the defence does
release.
well.
Back. Tackle 4. When you're ready.
Jemima Henry there making that tackle. Had to be made too. Etherton off the left foot.
Last tackle up and square.
We'll play it 5 metres out.
Right.
And it looks as if some
With the
friendly
ball.
fire there.
Last
I'm not sure who the players are down there for the Tiger Lilies, but
all good. Waiting.
Walters the fullback. And Armstrong the 5'8", but no harm
When
done.
you're
They're
ready,
back
go. Last.
on their feet and will play on. Malarkey, the long ball to Horn. Some space over on that edge.
Short.
Great tackle over there. Jasmine Sarin, the front rower, getting across there to make that one a try saver.
Pick the ball up.
So a couple of
When
big
you're
tackles
ready,
there
go. No tackle.
from the Tiger Lilies. We're 7 minutes away from half time here.
Held now.
Obviously plenty
9,
to
hold
see in
square.
this match, but a third try
Hold. Go.
to the Cougars there would have made a very steep mountain to climb as they're doing it tough out of their own end now.
Up now, 18. Holding 4. Hold. Go, 2. Play on. 14
McGarrigle
up and square.
will play it on their own 10, so we're
Holding
deep
9.
in the tackle
Go,
count, and the
3.
Tiger Lilies not far from their own line.
Up now, 13. All the way. Holding 9. Hold. Go, 4.
There's Fletcher again up off the
Last
line making that
tackle.
tackle.
Away. Hold. 9, not
So
square,
the Tiger
9.
Lilies, they'll be forced to kick from deep inside their own end. It comes there. It'll go into touch, and a pretty good option there. Good composure
Bring it
from
in for a scrum.
Collins. She just looked for touch there. Sensed aside, had done it tough defensively, and then again with the football out of their own end. So she finds touch, and they'll all have a breather.
Second row is wrapping. Locks, heads in.
So
Lock, head in.
Malarkey with the scrum feed.
Ball in. Out.
Etherton first off the scrum.
Right, 3, release now. Working. Hold.
In fact, I think
Go.
it's
1,
Jamie Ann Wright on that side. It is.
6. Yeah, I'll wear it.
Phillips.
9, stand.
Plenty of venom in her run since coming onto the park. Phillips,
Go,
she'll play
2.
that to Fletcher. Davis on the blind side. Flat ball there for Strong. Good hands. Horn again breaking away from tackles. There's
Up
not a
now,
lot of her,
6,
Rakia
work.
Horn,
Hands off, hands
but plenty of
hold.
strength
Stand up. Hold.
to go with that
3.
speed.
6,
Davis at first receiver. Finds Malarkey.
Good. Play on.
Ball there for Phillips. Phillips still going. She's got
Ball
support on
good.
the outside. And Jamie Ann Wright there, and she will
Happy.
score in the corner.
Happy, Greg.
Fantastic work there from the Cougars. A little blindside raid
Thank you.
on this side closest to our commentary position. You can put that one down to the the work of Keely Davis and Michaela Malaki, the halves there, a little blindside raid, and then the two-pass shift. And Phillips steaming onto that one with the offload as well. So the margin now 14-0. It's beyond those two converted tries with 4 minutes to half-time. Did think something had to give there. The Tiger Lilies had a lot of work to do in that little 5-minute stretch. So Wright will attempt the conversion of her own try. Leading try scorer, or point scorer rather, in this competition this season. She gets a fair hoof on that one, but waved away. The Tiger Lilies just taking their time getting back for this kickoff, just sucking in some of that oxygen. It's what you would expect from the defending premiers there. Had to withstand a bit of an onslaught at their own end from the Tiger Lilies there. Found a way to march up the other end of the field and counter punch, as good sides do. Certainly very breezy out there.
Stay behind the kicker!
Not at all a fun afternoon for the back three from both sides as Collins gets us back underway, or rather Walters. So the Cougars now looking to get a good set on the back of points. Right on that side. She takes it up to the 40. Good metres there from the back rower.
13 release. Hold. Go. 2.
Fletcher. On to Etherton. Malaki playing the link there, and she spilt that one, Etherton. Good defensive pressure there from the Tiger Lilies.
Hold. Hold. Go. 1. Thanks, Greg.
So the Tiger Lilies looking to pinch back some points here before this half-time break.
9. Here it is.
With that carry,
Hold.
a good one.
Hold. Go. 2.
Bradford at dummy half.
17 involved.
Yep.
Another good physical carry there from Scuts.
Up and square all the way. Holding. Go. 3.
So the Tiger Lilies looking to hit back quickly. Bradford out of dummy half.
All the way,
she'll play at 12 metres out.
Hold. Go. 4.
Collins. Long pass there, and it's gone to ground.
Play on.
So that raise now to naught.
Go. 1.
Although some good defensive there from the Tiger Lilies.
Hold.
Going all over the top, getting really physical on the back of that one. Horn in at dummy half again.
Release 20. Hold. Hold. Go.
Fletcher. This is right.
9 all the way. Hold. Hold.
She'll play it just over the 40. Long pass to Malaki. And some space over on that side again. And the offload as well. And Blackwell again, a great covering tackle there from the lock forward. Had to do that on a couple of occasions in this half. And a knock on there at dummy half, so they survived there. Blackwell coming across and doing the defensive work. Had to be made, that one, with less than a minute on the clock. 14-0 to score to the Cougars. Another try there. Could have just about put this one to bed before half-time, but the Tiger Lilies will have half-time to regroup. Clock winding down, 30 seconds to go here for the break, and, well, it looks like the Cougars will get another chance here. Looking to pack the scrum quickly. They'll have just about 15 seconds or so to try something. We may see the likes of Keely Davis, Rakia Horn to get their hands on the ball here and look for that sneaky 4-pointer before the siren. Doing well there, the Tiger Lilies, to just hold this up. 7 seconds on the clock as the scrum packs down. And a blindside play. Cut out pass to Horn. And they make the tackle. And there goes the Hooters. So that will be half-time. The defending premiers 25 minutes away from defending their crown. 14-0 the score. A great half of football. And the Tiger Lilies, they did well to stem the bleeding there at the end of that half, and they will come out in the second half looking to mount a raid at this championship as the players go into half-time. We'll be back with all the second half action in just a little while. Welcome back to Collegian Sports Centre. 25 minutes left to decide the Inspirations Paints Illawarra League Women's Premiership. Cougars coming out with a very handy 14-0 buffer. But certainly nothing can be taken for granted in a decider, as that one's gone straight into touch. So an early opportunity for the Tiger Lilies. Needed the bounce of the ball to go their way early in this one, and we see that straight from the second half kickoff. It's hard to blame Vaughan over there on that side. As I said, there's a swirling breeze, and that ball was bouncing around all over the shop. So certainly a difficult one. Collins looks to the outside, but will take the tackle. 32 metres out. Percival, good defence down low underneath there. I think it's Josie Strong on this side. No, in fact, it's Maddie Alderdice on this side. So Tiger Lilies on the attack. Collins, dummies, got Sarin on the outside, off the left foot, Sarin. Some numbers left if they go there. They do through Smith. She goes off the left foot as well. So they number up well in the end there, the Cougars. Bradford at dummy half. Sarin at first receiver. Still going Sarin. And I think it's the last tackle it was, so weren't aware of it there by the looks of things. The Tiger Lilies might have liked to get a kick on that, perhaps get it into the in goal. Doesn't turn out that way, but the Cougars now with the tough task of bringing it out of their own end. Malarkey at first receiver. Flat ball there for Caitlin Phillips. 8 metres out, so very tough in this set. The Cougars, although that's a good run, easing some of that pressure there. Etherton with that one, and I tell you what, when you are under the pump, you want your big game players to stand up. Etherton doing just that right there as the Cougars make their way up towards the 40. Davis puts the kick down. It's a good one in behind the Tigers there as they go back to field this one. Jasmine Rook going back there. And some nice footwork there. She gets around Davis, but Davis comes again to make that tackle with Malarkey. But a very good first upset there from the Cougars. They get to their kick, and now they'll look to up the pressure without the football here. Fletcher making that tackle. Smith will play it. Bradford at dummy half. So a slowish play, the ball there from Armstrong on that side. Bradford, Sarin, first cab off the ruck. Tip on there for Smith. Smith still edging her way towards the 40. Collins. Just a little bit one out there, and Phillips making that tackle there with Malarkey. Alderdice also involved. And the kick there from Percival, not a bad one, but well read by Davis. And she's got some space to work with too. Emma Vaughan on that side. She's dragged down a metre in from touch. Again, Erin Blackwell doing the cover defensive work. Horde now making her way back in field. She beats 2 tackles, 3 tackles, 4 tackles, 5 tackles. Blackwell again. In cover, still on the attack, the Cougars. Fletcher at dummy half. Malarkey right off her left foot. She'll play it slow. Marcus Fletcher close to the line. Fletcher. And some great defence there from the Tigers. Fletcher looks certain to score there. Malarkey. Flat ball there for Phillips, steaming onto it. Last tackle. Malarkey at dummy half. Etherton Long ball for Davis and some space on that side. She puts the kick in. Davis, it'll sit up in the in goal, and the Tiger Lilies will just kick that one dead and regroup. I'll tell you what, the Tiger Lilies yet to get across the line at the other end, but you can chalk up 3 try saves to the lock forward, Erin Blackwell. Another fantastic tackle on their horn to deny that try. It's what you would expect from a 5-time premiership winner. There's the dropout over towards Vaughan, and it takes a terrible bounce towards the sideline, but they managed to clean it up in the end. This is Strong making her way back infield. She'll play it 20 metres out dead in front of the post. Etherton off her left foot. Etherton still going. Looking for support. Tiger Lilies just dropping off some one-on-one tackles here early in this one. That's a very good run there. And the try, there you go. Looked like there wasn't a whole lot doing there. I think it was Ashley Swan-Hales that's managed to barge her way across there. So we see some replacements being made by the Cougars. Danielle Pisa and Hannah Byron making their way onto the park. And that mountain we spoke about getting steeper by the minute for the Tiger Lilies. Of course, coming into this one, a big win by the Cougars in the major semi-final and in the final round of the competition, but it was a loss to the Tiger Lilies early in the year. Their first in 1.5 seasons, speaking to the skipper Tammy Fletcher through the week, saying that was certainly a reality check. And a line in the sand moment for the Cougars, realising they won't have it all their own way in their premiership defence, have been faultless since then. And doing it very comfortably here, 18-0. The score, 18 minutes remaining on the clock. And the Tiger Lilies with it all to do here to ensure those floodgates don't burst open, with still plenty of time left in this one. So I think Swan-Hales has been given that try. As Vaughan fields this one, breathes a sigh of relief after the last one. It's Phillips, the decoy, that one across the face of Davis there. Etherton cleaning it up. Malarkey. Right, a nice move there with Horn. She goes off the left foot, beats a couple of tackles. She sets her sights on the corner. Walters coming across, but she won't make the tackle, and she'll bag her second try of the afternoon, Rakia Horn. As we said, she doesn't need much of a gap. A super talent, Rakia Horn. Seen it for a couple of seasons in this league, and as we touched on earlier, certainly something for Dragons fans to look forward to as the NRL competition rolls around. We said the speed there for all to see, but the strength of Rakia Horn on show there as well, shrugging off tackles to score that try in the corner. Walters at the back. It was a good attempt from the Tiger Lilies number 1, but you'd certainly back Horn to finish that off 99 times out of 100 there. So Etherton moving in, and that kick just away to the left. So the Tiger Lilies will come back, an all too familiar scenario for them so far this afternoon. So the kickoff, they come to their right this time, the Tiger Lilies. Michaela Malarkey fielding that one. Horn, the try scorer, on to Davis. So the Cougars twisting the knife here, looking for more points, even on kickoff reception. Strong, edging her way towards the 40. She's another that's earned an NRL contract with the Dragons this season. Strong, the Berry product, as Horn now is space again. The goose step there as she gets away from Walters, away from another tackle. She's still throwing them off. Collins there coming in and making that tackle. And she's just knocked on there in playing that one, Rakia Horn. She copped some attention there by the cover defence. Ended up being a three-woman tackle there. And she just coughs that one up, but again, always sniffing around there for an opportunity. Etherton with the offload. So the Tiger Lilies now, again, with the tough task of working the ball out from their own end. Blackwell getting driven towards the sideline. Certainly Blackwell can hold her head high when she walks off the field here, win, lose or draw. But the Tiger Lilies just struggling to get out of their end here. Sarin at first receiver. Sarin pushing her way up over the 40. That is the last tackle. Collins in behind the line will provide the kick from inside her own 40. It's a wobbly one. It'll be a tough field. And it'll just pace her there, letting that one run over the sideline. So Malarkey will feed the scrum. Malarkey already has played for Samoa, the Cougars number 7, a country representative this year. As Horn again with some space to work in. Keely Davis, she'll be hard to run down from there. Blackwell again coming across, but she won't get there on this occasion. And Keely Davis runs away and plants that one. Keely Davis, the 18-year-old, was going to be snapped up by the Dragons as quick as they could, but had to wait till the 18th birthday to ink the deal. As I wrote during the week, most people go to the pub when they turn 18. Keely Davis inking an NRL contract. And certainly highly, highly touted as a future Jillaroo. Keely Davis been an absolute standout for the Steelers' Tasha Gale Nines side the past 2 seasons. And Steelers coach Daniel Lacey certainly wasn't going to let her go anywhere else but the Red V camp as the NRL contracts were put on the table. As for Horn now coming from the paddock, gets a bit of an ovation from the Cougars faithful as well. Of course, with this one in the bag, perhaps we're seeing Coach Sean Maloney just trying to reduce the risk of injury. Rakia Horn, as we said, you'd think she'll be somewhere in that starting 13 for the Dragons come the first game of that competition. So perhaps Lacey on the phone there or behind the bench just giving Sean Maloney the tip. Get her off. Already bagged 2 tries. The game just about in the bag with 11 minutes to go at 28-0. My colleague not on the mic, Johnny Pett beside me. We may just see Keely Davis join her on the bench soon as well. Mind you, they're having a bit of fun out there. I don't think they'll want to come from the park. So with very much a spring in their step now, the Cougars, as we enter the final stretch of this one, 10 minutes to play. That is Davis at first receiver. The long pass for Etherton, been a feature of the Cougars game this afternoon with those halves, Malarkey and Davis. The ability to shift edge to edge has just been too much to handle for the Tiger Lilies. Price. It's a big contact there from Borton. So they're not going to shut up shop, the Tiger Lilies. Not that you'll very often see anyone do that in a Helensburgh jumper, as that pass has just snuck forward. It was looking promising again. But that pass to Etherton deemed forward. Collins away from the scrum. Breaking well there from the scrum, the Cougars forwards, making that tackle. McGarrigle takes it up towards the 40. Sarin at first receiver. Again, she's another one. Won some titles in her time in this league, and certainly one today that can really walk off knowing there was nothing left in the tank. Borton, they can't get it to ground. She'll play it with no markers, but she'll be sent back for a do-over. Collins at dummy half. That's a flat ball there for her halves partner, Armstrong. She'll play it 15 metres out last tackle. And the kick might just be a bit too big and marked with ease in the end there by Jamie Ann Wright in the end goal. It's a luxury for Sean Maloney just to throw your star back rower in at fullback when you take off Rakia Horn, as we just saw as Davis again on that side. A little bit slow getting up there. And really the impact from their bench this afternoon from the Cougars been outstanding. They always talk about it being a very much an 18, 19 woman game in this league, and we're seeing that from the Cougars this afternoon. Fletcher, long ball for Malarkey. Long ball again. So we see it there again, the ability to shift quickly from the Cougars. And Borton again doing some good defensive work over the top. Dumps Latu on her back there. Right onto Etherton. Etherton dummy. She's found some space through the middle. Still going Etherton. That is the last tackle. Some numbers on the right. If they go there, they come left. Malarkey right to the line. A nice ball there. All the dice on this side. And that ball coming out, and they'll say it was a strip, and perhaps a bit of a harsh one there. It looked as if there was only one involved in the tackle. One of those 50-50 ones. It's just one of those afternoons for the Tiger Lilies, unfortunately, in a grand final. So the Cougars now meter out from the line. Fletcher. Long ball for Malarkey. Malarkey, she comes back blindside, and a long pass again for Latu with some space. Good tackle made there. I think it was Borton, it was. That's Jemima Henry. She's already bagged a 4-pointer earlier, looking for another one. Malarkey. Etherton. Shifting out to Davis. Another flat one there for Jamie Ann Wright. She'll be made to play it there on the 20. Davis at first receiver. Back on the inside there. A nice ball But Olivia Barry there also has bagged a try this afternoon already. Davis now, the kick, she's looking for all the dice on this side, and she's dragged it down. I think she scored from our position. It looked like she got there. But no, just fumbling that one in trying to get it down. Great work in the air there from all the dice. It was a beautiful kick from Davis, right where you want it to land, just in front of the try line. But the efforts there of Walters enough to deny that one. Sarin. Still going Sarin. That's a good carry from Tiger Lily's front rower there. Nikki Petter there just forced to play that one just over her own 20. This is McGarrigle, good contact. First up there, I think it was Jemima Henry. Borton dummies to the outside, but still going Borton, but Henry again dumping it to the ground there. And Borton up and just sharing a few pleasantries there. As Pisa coming forward to this one, and she's getting a horror bounce, but she does well, and she'll go on the counter as well. It's just been the story of the afternoon, the ball just bouncing for the Cougars. All the dice away from dummy half, met there. Borton and Blackwell making that tackle. The Suspero also involved. Malaki back on the inside there for Henry. She bumped away from Bradford, but the number 9 doing well to come again and make the tackle. And the offload, Malaki to dive on that one, and knock on is the call. So with 4 minutes to go and a healthy 28-0 buffer, things just starting to get a tad messy. The Cougars very well. Obviously some changes in the structure. Both Helensburgh and Corrimal playing with 2 sides this season. And certainly both these clubs have really been the pioneers and the heavyweights in this league, deserve plenty of credit for what they do. Obviously the first grade fortunes of both clubs, not what either would have wanted, but as a club-wide effort, again, a very good effort from the Corrimal and Helensburgh clubs in 2018, and that tackle there from Fletcher might have just crept up a little bit. Tell you what, if I was running the footy, I'd steer clear of those two, Fletcher and Latu. They can whack in defence. So a brave effort there from Borton. Tell you what, across the board, this Cougars forward pack, there's not really anyone you want to pick out, although that's a good carry there. Nikki Petter just really winding up on that carry as that ball goes across the face of Collins. Borton dummies outside. Driven backwards in this one. So a slow-ish play the ball. Sarin still going. Bradford, Collins. So the Tiger Lilies, they don't want to be held 2-0 in a grand final. Blackwell bumping away from one there. As we've said, can't fault Blackwell's efforts this afternoon. And Sarin, you can put her in that camp as well. And she goes off her right foot, looking for a consolation try. Bradford from dummy half looking to barge away over, but there was nowhere to go there. Cougars' defence were just ready and waiting for that one, and she's picked up a bit of a knock as well. So the Cougars, they're not putting the cue in the rack either. They want to make this as convincing as they can. At 28-0, it is just that. Pisa Some space on this side for Allardyce. She comes back in field, perhaps wisely, was flirting with that sideline. Clock winding down now. We're less than a minute to go in this one. Malarkey. Long pass to Etherton, so they're not done with yet, the Cougars. They want to bag one more four-pointer if they can. Davis. As they go right now. Jamie Ann Wright on that side. Taking up towards the 40. No dummy half momentarily there for the Cougars. Jemima Henry wrestling with Borton and Petter coming in as well. So not going to go down wondering. Fletcher with the decoy, Jamie Ann Wright. She's putting the kick over. She's looking for Emma Vaughan, I think, over on that side. And that will be full time as the hooter sounds. It's another premiership there for the Corrimal Cougars in convincing fashion. 28-0 the margin, just too good on the day. Tiger Lilies valiant, certainly not lying down, but just no stopping the reigning premiers. They go back to back and well earned. Very much enjoy the celebrations that are coming. Fantastic match to call. I hope you've enjoyed it wherever you're watching. The big day of footy will continue, as will the big games on Bar TV Sports over the next week and a half. Thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you next week somewhere in the Illawarra.
I'll